Hey there, this is your guy, Coach Stan, with Versus the Podcast, the Year in Review, Part 2. We're going over 2023, the Year in Review, Part 2. Last week, or the last episode, I should say, we counted down from 10 to 5, and now we're going to go from 5 to 1. But before we do, I got to give a special shout out to our apparel sponsor, CCP Apparel. As you can see, I am wearing the CCP hoodie, and it's a Progress hoodie. You can get all of your gear, your merch, at www.ccpapparel.com. That's www.ccpapparel.com. It's down on the screen, so check them out. Good. I hope everybody's been well. I'm getting ready to bring my guy in. We introduced him to you last week, the basketball god. We're going to bring him in, and we're going to talk a little bit about what's been going on from 5 to 1. All right, let me just bring him in here just 1 second. Let me get his. All right. Basketball god.
What's going on, my man? How you doing?
I'm doing well. Let me get something that we can look at here. All right. Everything's good with you?
I can't complain.
All right, good deal. Last week we did the countdown from 10 to 5. So let's see if we can go ahead and get this situated here. Hold on 1 second. All right. Hold on 1 second. We got some. Let me get that out of there. Okay. All right. There we go. All right. That's what I wanted to see. Now we got the Basketball God logo back in the background. We got him in the studio, and we're just going to pick up from where we left off. But before we jump into that, got to let you know that toward the end of this episode, we got some really, really, really good, exciting news coming up for you in reference to some good AAU basketball, but also some special new stuff that's coming on. And we'll get to that before we get out of here. All right, so we left off with number 5. So number 5 in the year of 2023, one of the big stories that we had was the Alex Murdaugh trial. If you guys remember, Alex Murdaugh was a prominent lawyer in South Carolina, down in Moselle, South Carolina, and he actually got convicted of killing his wife and his son. And even through that trial, and we found out that this guy was stealing his client's money. He had a drug problem and just a whole bunch of other issues with Alex Murdaugh. He got sentenced to life, and he's still trying to fight it at this time. Are you familiar with that a little bit?
I'm very familiar with it.
Okay.
For me, the first thing when I think about that situation, when I think about Alex Murdaugh, is vanity.
Yeah.
He is completely just enamored with himself.
Yep.
And overprivileged, greedy, will do anything for money.
Yep.
Type of person. He's just, he doesn't care about anything but what his own personal gain and his own personal wants.
Yep. I also think they hid some money away, man. That's funneling to his son that's left here, Buster. I really think that a lot of, because if you even just follow the money trail, he stole a lot, millions and millions of dollars from these people, and they said he did it to fund a drug habit. And if you add the money up to the drugs, it just doesn't add up.
It doesn't add up at all.
Right. It's a lot of money out there that's unaccounted for. I believe that Buster knows where it is. I also believe that there's some other issues going on with Buster in reference to some other deaths out there, allegedly. So, that was a really, really, really big story, especially here in South Carolina, because it happened. We even had people from all over, our area that even went down to be a part of the trial. And a side note, I also personally know the law clerk that worked for Judge Newman, attorney Gabrielle Williams. She's a family friend of ours, and I also coached her at church ball when she was. She had to be probably about 13 or 14 years old. But right now she is an attorney working as the law clerk for Judge Newman, and she's doing really well, so we're proud of her. So that was number 5. Number 4. Everybody is familiar with, if I say the name Tiger Woods, immediately the apparel company or the shoe company that people associate that name with is Nike. But here at the end of the year, Tiger Woods announced that his 27-year relationship with Nike, which was supposed to be a lifetime deal, and I guess it's a lifetime deal until it ain't, but his 27-year relationship with Nike is ended. What are your thoughts on that?
Me personally, I mean, it's not the first time that that's happened. I mean, for basketball enthusiasts who will follow the game for forever and really know, Coach Stan, I believe you probably know this. Don't you remember when Dr. Buss offered Magic Johnson a lifetime contract with the Lakers?
Sure did, yeah.
And did he? Is that being honored? No, it is not.
No, it is not.
So again, I think it's just in the world of sports in particular, when guys are in front of the camera, they're playing and they're winning. Everybody wants to throw them everything, but many things aren't the same, or they lose their popularity, or they retire, or whatever the reason might be.
Right.
Now, we paid him enough so we can shut that down.
Oh, yeah. And they always have the ability to wiggle out of those contracts, whether it's a morality clause or, just your services are no longer needed kind of thing. So, yeah, Nike and Tiger Woods split after 27 years. That was number 4. Now, we're going to jump into number 3. Number 3 is Donald Trump. Donald Trump got 91 indictments. And the big thing about Donald Trump in 2023 is that he actually had a mugshot taken. So anybody that has been following that story at all knows that was a really big part of 2023, and it's even spilling over into 2024, the saga of Donald Trump. You got any thoughts on that?
It looks to me like they just trying to do everything they can on the Democratic side to stop this guy from running. Me personally, I don't like Donald Trump or Joe Biden to be the president of this country. I just think neither one of them are qualified, and I feel like there are a lot more intelligent people that should be vying for those positions.
I agree. Let me ask you this, because you said something leading in. You said that the Democrats don't want Donald Trump to be president. Do you not think that Donald Trump has some accountability for those 91 charges?
Absolutely.
Yeah, because I don't. I'm exactly with you. I think that the choices that we have, both of them are very poor. But my biggest thing with Donald Trump is that I'm wondering why this dude is not in jail yet. He is showing us he is a serious, real life, straight up gangster, because he is deboing the legal system.
Well, I think it's a combination of that, but also the people that are in collusion that aren't necessarily directly tied to him. I feel like there's a lot of collusion of people where they don't necessarily want to take his side, but behind the scenes are doing everything they can to make sure he maintains his freedom and maintains his ability to run for president, because secretly they agree with his agenda.
Yeah. There are a lot of people, and I have some friends, and here's how I feel about, you vote for whoever you vote for, you like whoever you like. I'm like this even with my sports team. I don't have to hate your team to like my team. I do not like Donald Trump. But if you do, then my opinion is that says more about you than it does me. So I'm not going to fall out with... I think over the whole time, even when he was running, I think I only fell out with one person that was supporting him, And it wasn't the fact that they were supporting him, is that they were really trying to make a mockery of anyone who wasn't supporting him. So I just kind of disassociated myself with them on social media and even in real life, because it was a real life friend of mine. And but you know what, man? I think it's going to be what it's going to be. A lot of rich people enjoyed his tax cuts, and a lot of other people enjoy his rhetoric. He's able to say stuff verbally, that they've been saying secretly, and he's coming out and he's blasting. So that was number 3, Donald Trump and his 91 indictments. Number 2, we're going to end up with 2 sports stories here. Number 2 is a really big one for me. Coach Prime in Colorado. Coach Deion Sanders coached Colorado Buffaloes and had literally, in one season, really shifted the culture in college football in a way that we haven't seen.
Absolutely. Coach
Prime,
what he did, I think it really caught a lot of people off guard, especially with, the other coaches on the D1 level.
Yeah.
They thought he was going to come in and be, a shell of what he did at HBCU.
Yeah. Well, one of the things that they overlooked about Deion Sanders, or Coach Prime, I should say, everywhere he's gone, he has won.
Right.
Baseball, football, Little League, HBCU, and I even had the pleasure. Me and some of my guy friends, me and 5 of my other guy friends, we took a trip out there to Colorado and attended a game. We went to their homecoming, actually. And
I know the home crowd homecoming had to be crazy.
Can I tell you this? That city, the whole town of Boulder, was just electric. They had a lot of pregame events, and we were out there. We were out there 3 days, and when I tell you, the stadium was packed. It was electric. Even though they did not win the game, those people were really cheering and supporting, and they love him out there. I'm going to tell a story, and I don't know if I really should or not, but I'll tell it. While we were out there, one of my friends that went with us kind of favors Coach Prime a little bit. And, he wore a cowboy hat and the sheepskin vest and, had his sunglasses on. So we go into this restaurant bar kind of situation. And like I said, there's 6 of us. And we're all African-American, and most of them are big, bulky-looking guys. We walk into this bar situation, and this lady walks up with her husband, takes her husband's credit card, puts it down on the bar, and says to my friend, "I just opened up a tab for you and your coaches."
Hey, I love it.
And she walked away.
I love it.
Listen.
Did y'all take him up on that offer? Did you run the tab up? What y'all do?
$800 later. $800. And you know what? They didn't even flinch.
Hey, if you got it, you got it.
Listen, so people were, when, number one, we were a group of black dudes in Boulder, Colorado, but everywhere we went, especially like if my friend had on the hat and whatever, people really and they wanted him to be Coach Prime so bad. Because, they look a little bit alike, but to us, we could tell that wasn't him.
Right.
I love what he's doing out there. I do know that this next upcoming year should be an improvement on what he started out there. They've gotten a lot of recruits. They've added some new coaching. I'm just a super big Deion Sanders fan, Coach Prime fan. Because I think people are overlooking this. The lessons and stuff that he's teaching those kids are far beyond football.
It's definitely beyond football. You never see Coach Prime without mentioning his faith
Yes.
and what he's about,
Yeah.
and also holding the kids accountable, not only on game day, but every day of the week, every minute of their day, he's holding them accountable and trying to make them into strong men and giving them, opportunities to try to play in the NFL, but if not,
Yep.
getting with some companies that they can afford to have a great living after they, leave school.
Yep. Yep. I'm going to tell you, I'm a huge fan. I wish him nothing but success. And I'm pretty sure that me and my guys, we enjoyed ourselves so much in Colorado that we definitely are going to plan another trip out there.
Coach, I gotta ask this question.
Okay.
That marijuana is legal out there. Then I see guys. Did anybody smoke anything out there? Was some extracurricular?
I can say this, and I can say this with all honesty. We did not visit any dispensary. We and one way or the other. I'm not
at the game.
Oh, listen! You didn't have to go to the game to sell it. You didn't have to go to the game to smell it. You walk down, they got like college town stores and stuff. They've got every other store was an underground, like downstairs weed joint. And you're right. There is no hiding it. There is no masking it. But now we ate a lot of food. We drank some alcoholic beverages. But no, we didn't visit we did not visit the dispensary. But like I said, we're going back. So who knows?
Hey, next time you had to grab some of them weed gummies, man. I'm gonna have to send you a couple $. I need a couple of them gummies, man.
Yeah, we had a great time, and we're definitely big fans of Coach Prime. Before we get into number one, again, we're going to talk about some good stuff that we've got coming up here not only in this area, but in some other surrounding areas. And we're just excited to share that with you. We're going to end our number one story. It's going to be a combo story a little bit. The number one story of 2023 for us is Ja Morant getting a 25-game suspension by the NBA. Ja Morant is the Memphis Grizzlies basketball star, and what led to the suspension is an incident, which I should say a second incident of him being shown on video with a gun. And the first time they gave him, like a little slap on the wrist and said, hey, he said, I won't do it again. And he got caught on video again flashing a gun. And they gave him a 25-game suspension, which definitely ate into his bottom line on his contract money. Also, it came at a bad time for him because they had just released and dropped the Ja Morant Nike shoe, the signature shoe. So, what are your thoughts on Ja Morant in that situation?
I think that Ja is, first off, probably one of the most exciting basketball players to come along, especially on the smaller side for me, since Allen Iverson.
Yeah.
He gives me that same type of vibe, but with more electricity because of the Hobbs.
Yeah.
But, what happened, unfortunately, being young, having the wrong influences around him and stuff like that. But for me, the thing that's the most disappointing to me is seeing his father, T. Morant, act like a friend and a bystander and acting like he's 20 years old, like he's a guy that doesn't have the sense or the brain to understand, like, the way I'm behaving is not good for my son.
I'm glad you said that because that's my biggest issue. No one around Ja Morant, his daddy included, is looking at what happens if this guy gets kicked out of the league totally. All the money, all the perks, all the fame that we're enjoying off of his name will be gone.
Forever.
And his dad is not acting like a dad. His dad is acting like a homeboy. You're right. He's acting like realistically, he's almost acting like a fanboy.
He's acting like that, and he's almost acting like the guy that he got caught with that posted the pictures, like he's trying to get his followers up. Like I don't get his dad's behavior.
Yeah. Yep. And even talking about his homeboys, you know, listen, if you're gonna mess up the money, I need some new friends.
Absolutely.
I need and see, honestly, because we know his dad is not evidently not that guy. He needs a unk. He needs an unk around him. Be like, look, nephew, you know, you don't need to be going to that strip club, or if you go to that strip club, you don't need to be taking no gun. Or he needs someone in his circle that says, you know what, bro, that's not a good idea.
Coach, right now, I honestly don't see that person.
No,
I don't see
no,
anybody in his circle.
no,
His dad is definitely not the guy for that. I mean,
no.
you even take a look. Okay, he doubled down. He had another case of bad luck, whatever you want to call it, with the injury, and now he can't play because of the
Yeah,
injury.
yeah,
But the second game back, if you go online right now, T. Morant is online while the Memphis Grizzlies are warming up at a home game, dancing like he's in video,
come on, man.
while the team is warming up before the game like he's a celebrity or somebody. Like, what are you doing? You're a 50-year-old man acting like you're 19.
Grown man, supposed to be, ain't supposed to be a grown man. Well, I hope this, number one, because his talent is just undeniable, but I don't want him to become a Gilbert Arenas. I don't want him to become Sebastian Telfair. You know, some of these guys who have really got into trouble that they really couldn't get themselves out of. You know, I think that the NBA would suffer drastically if he put himself in that position. But I just hope the best for him. I hope that when he rehabs his injury, and realistically, my big concern about the injury is not so much the injury as how is he going to be spending his free time now that he's not able to play.
That is a big concern, a major concern, because this is not. He's not going to be. He's basically gone for a full year.
Yeah, he's gone. Yeah, that shoulder tear. Yeah,
that's a lot of time. To be idle.
Right. All right. So listen, let's. That's been our top 10 right there, for the top 10 things that happened in 2023. Now we're going to shift. Oh, wait a minute, basketball God. We didn't hit this on John Morant. A little bit of that story spilled over into 2024 because Memphis, as you know, is a real battleground when it comes to gun deaths and
Gang violence.
Gang violence, yes, and a lot of it has been generated by the death of rapper Young Dolph. And Young Dolph was murdered, and just this week, matter of fact, early this week, another murder occurred in Memphis that has been loosely connected to that Young Dolph murder. Big Juke, the brother of Yo Gotti, was killed. And they say, this is allegedly, I read that allegedly Big Juke was the one who put the actual hit out on Young Dolph. So this was like get back on that murder. What are your thoughts on that?
First off, it's sad that two talented guys, number one, beginning with Dolph, are no longer here. Dolph is a talented guy. Juke is related to a talented guy. Let me change that up. But it's sad to see that we still killing each other, and over what?
Yeah.
I don't really understand why the beef had to become to the point that Young Dolph was murdered.
Yeah.
Over what? Like, what was the argument over? Because Yo Gotti called himself the king of Memphis and Young Dolph called himself the king of Memphis. Like, let's be real. Either one of y'all own Memphis.
Yeah.
So we just got to do better as a people, and especially in particular black man, because we're already an endangered species. We got enough people trying to kill us without all of that, but now we still killing ourselves.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and that's just sad all around. And unfortunately, I wouldn't be able to say that we've heard the last of that situation.
Oh no, it's still active.
Yeah.
You got guys in Memphis openly going online right now from both sides of that, talking about what they're about to do,
Wow.
and doesn't seem like they're just talking to be talking. It seems like they mean it.
Yeah, 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 and that's sad because violence it begets violence, and there's just nothing good that's going to come out of it. So rest in peace, Big Juke. Rest in peace to Young Dolph and any of the rappers or people. We even went through the list of people that died in 2023, and there was just too many to even start to mention. But we just want to send out a rest in peace to anyone that was lost in the year 2023. Now, I wish I had a drum roll here. We are so happy to announce some new stuff that's coming up for us in 2024. I'm going to let the basketball guy lead into the one of the aspects of it, and then I'll tag in on my part. All right, tell us what we got coming up.
So for all you guys in South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia, Florida, anywhere in the South within driving distance, everybody has always aspired to play in the NBA. Everybody's second choice is to go overseas. If you are a basketball player and looking for an opportunity to demonstrate that you have a game and you can get paid to do it, we're creating a brand called ISO Ball. And ISO Ball is a competitive professional 3-on-3, 1-on-1, and 3-point shooters league combined into one. All of the events will be paid to the winners and an opportunity to showcase their talent, to be presented to overseas teams, G League, NBA. All the content and footage will be recorded to give you guys that didn't get a chance to play in college, to give you guys a chance to win overseas and it didn't work out, or you were injured, or whatever the reason might be. You didn't get touched, you didn't get this, you didn't get that. Here's an opportunity for you to bet on yourself, showcase your skills, and may the best basketball players win.
Good deal. Now, how did you come up with this idea for ISO Ball?
Basketball has been a lifelong love for me. Obviously, you hear the name, the basketball god. That's where it comes from. It's the love of the game, to be honest. And there aren't enough opportunities in the United States to play professionally on a high level. The two things right now that everybody knows are obviously the NBA G League, WNBA, which is really one entity, the NBA. And then the next thing everybody knows after that, second to that, is the Big Three.
Right.
Other than that, there aren't any real opportunities to stick around for people long term to play. So this is just another avenue in comparison to overseas. They play basketball year round.
Right.
They don't stop.
Right.
And that's what ISO Ball is going to be about. We're not going to stop. We're going to be an event-based brand and provide
Hello?
opportunities to people all across the board, men and women.
Good deal. Good deal. Well, I'm very excited because this is going to give an opportunity to some of those athletes that, like you said, have been wanting to play. They've been wanting to continue their careers, and that for whatever reason, they haven't had the opportunity, and it's also going to give them an opportunity to make some money.
Yes,
so
indeed.
if you think that you are, because we hear it all the time, I'm the best in the city, I'm the best in the. If you're the best, then you need to get your 1v1, 3-on-3, get your teams together. You can go, if you want more information, you can go to www.riseathletics.com. And then you follow the link where it says ISO Ball, and you'll see all of the different categories and all the different information. Again, that's www.riseathletics.com.
And Coach, let me add this too. We do have an amateur division for guys that are just more on the fun side, but we want to put a strong emphasis on guys who want to be pros and really want to compete.
Right. Good stuff. So make sure that you go over, go to the website, check out riseathletics.com, click on the ISOBall link, and then you'll find all your information there. Now, you guys that know me know that I have been affiliated with AAU basketball for, we're closing in on almost 30 years. And we have an opportunity to partner with ISOBall, but we're going to do what's called positionless basketball, AAU basketball. And the thing that really attracts me about the positionless is that as we see the evolution of basketball, gone are the days where you just had traditional post players, traditional wing players, and so forth. So what we're going to do is we're going to incorporate the positionless basketball where we're teaching all skills to all different positions. And then we're going to have AAU teams that will travel, that will have exposure, but also that will create rankings and be able to get exposure for the top athletes in South Carolina, North Carolina, and Georgia. Because we're going to, what we're trying to do is mirror our program a little bit off of the Steph Curry program up in North Carolina. So we're bringing this opportunity to you down in the South Carolina area. First, we're going to start out in South Carolina, the Greenville, Columbia area, any of the areas that are surrounding. We're going to do tryouts. And if you look on the riseathletics.com website, you'll see the tryout information there.
February 19th, President's Day.
Yes, sir, President's Day. And we are very excited about uncovering some of the top 100 kids that we have here that normally have to travel out of state to play on top AAU teams and programs. We're working on some different partnerships that are going to actually benefit our athletes, but you're going to receive top training. You're going to have the top tournaments that you'll be able to attend, and also just the opportunity to be discovered, ranked, and we want to make sure that we give you every opportunity to be successful in the game of basketball if you're willing to put in the work. So that's February 19th. All the information is on www.riseathletics.com. I am so excited about that partnership and about the opportunity. And Basketball God, do you have any closing remarks on that?
We just really want to see the best that Greenville, surrounding North Carolina, Georgia has to offer. I think one thing about positionless, Coach, you touched on everything. There's one thing for the kids and parents that they may want to know. This is a direct line from AAU to having an opportunity to play professional with us, because you have positionless transitioning right into ISO ball for anybody who's interested. And the NBA may not be their lane. This is another opportunity for them to play pro and have a direct path to it.
That's good. Yeah. So some of you guys, especially in that older age group, if you're able to make that transition from positionless AAU over to the ISO ball circuit, again, right now we find that there are many different avenues and different ways to keep yourself plugged into basketball and also to make money from playing basketball as well. So again, we're really excited about the ISO ball and positionless basketball partnership that's coming to the South Carolina area. Again, if you go to www.riseathletics.com, you'll see all of the information there. Click on the registration link, and you'll be able to register there as well. Basketball God.
Yes, sir.
This has been a good one, man, a good one. We recapped the year of 2023. We told them some stuff that's coming up in 2024, and the next time that we talk, we'll just be be kicking on some basketball. Matter of fact, we're probably just going to be kicking on some basketball and recruiting news. I will tell you this real quickly before we get off. I saw an awesome picture on Facebook, and I really wish that I had copied and saved it here. The Fab Five were at Michigan.
I saw that.
Oh, wasn't that awesome?
Yeah, I saw that.
That was awesome, man. All 5 of them were together at Michigan, and man, because that's my era. That is my era there. Matter of fact, my youngest son, his name is Jalen Ross, and you already know.
Yeah, I get it.
You already know. You know, I really bought into the Fab Five, and really they changed the culture of college basketball forever. I would have hated to have seen what would have happened if they would have had the NILs when they were in school.
Oh, wow.
Can you imagine?
I can't imagine, because they were bigger than life back then.
Yes, sir. They were rock stars.
They were as big as any NBA players in the league at the time.
They really were, because they had kids wanting to wear the black socks, the baggy shorts. Listen, I can still remember this. One of my first AAU teams that I had under SC Phenoms, I bought like regular shorts for my uniforms. My kids didn't want them, man. I had to order almost 50 pair of oversized baggy shorts, man.
Had to have them back then.
Yes, they had to have them. But that was a really cool picture, and we're like I said, we're going to be covering some more basketball stuff. We're also going to be giving you some more lead ups to the ISO ball and positionless basketball trials that we have coming up next month. I, again, have enjoyed this conversation. I think that we're going to probably have some guests coming on here in the future, and we'll introduce you to them, and just get ready for some good stuff. Also, Basketball God, you got some more LeBron stuff for us next time, don't you?
Oh, hey, man, listen. I'm not ducking any of y'all bronzexuals. Late Trash James is definitely something that I'm open to talking about whenever y'all want to talk about it.
Well, what we'll do is when we come back, we're gonna have we may even have to do like a section that's just called we're gonna name it something in reference to LeBron, where a segment where we just talk about LeBron and get some. We also want to get to a point where we invite you guys to log on live with us and chat back and forth, so that our conversation can be truly a conversation. Because I think that just to hear us talk about things without having your opportunity to have input, we want to give you a chance. So we're going to be working on some stuff so that you can, a few of you guys can pop in live with us and debate the Basketball God on the greatness of LeBron, and we'll definitely get that worked out.
Coach, don't mispronounce his name. It's Late Trash. Late Trash James.
Hey. I didn't say that, but he did. So, listen, again, this is Coach Stan on behalf of the Basketball God from Parts Unknown. We're going to holler at you on the next flip side. Again, big shout out to our apparel sponsor. We've got ccpapparel.com. ccpapparel.com. I'm wearing the Progress hoodie right here. And then go ahead and check out riseathletics.com for more information on ISO basketball and the positionless basketball that we have coming up. All right, Basketball God, you want to sign off with it?
Hey, congratulations, man, on finishing up this year. And we're looking to do it bigger and better in 2024.
All right. So listen, I'm like a fat kid in dodgeball. I'm out.